In recent years, a quiet but powerful shift has been happening across the Pacific. Thousands of Americans are packing up their lives, not for Europe or Canada, but for a Southeast Asian nation many once viewed only as a vacation spot. The Philippines has become a serious destination for people seeking a different kind of life. This is not about running away from America. It is about running towards something that feels increasingly rare: time, connection, affordability, and a sense that life does not have to be so hard just to be meaningful. What once sounded like an unconventional choice is now a deliberate one. And for many Americans, the Philippines is no longer a backup plan. It is the plan. One of the most powerful reasons Americans are moving to the Philippines is the cost of living. In the United States, the cost of basic necessities has steadily climbed. Housing, healthcare, food, transportation, and utilities now consume a large portion of the average income. Many Americans work longer hours, yet feel like they are falling further behind. In contrast, the Philippines offers a dramatically lower cost of living without requiring a dramatic sacrifice in comfort. Rent in many cities can be a fraction of what Americans pay back home. Utilities are affordable, fresh food is widely available, and dining out regularly is normal rather than a luxury. For retirees living on fixed incomes, digital nomads earning in dollars, and families seeking financial breathing room, this difference alone can be life-changing. Housing is often the first shock for Americans arriving in the Philippines. Modern condominiums with security, gyms, swimming pools, and backup power systems can be rented for prices that feel almost unreal compared to major American cities. Outside of central business districts, single-family homes with yards are attainable for what many Americans once paid for a small apartment. Property ownership rules can be complex for foreigners, but long-term leasing options and condominium ownership provide practical solutions. The result is simple. Americans are no longer spending most of their income just to have a place to sleep. Healthcare is another major factor driving this move. In the United States, even those with insurance often face high deductibles, surprise bills, and long wait times. In the Philippines, private healthcare is accessible and affordable, especially in major cities. Hospitals in Metro Manila, Cebu, and Davao offer modern facilities, English-speaking doctors, and internationally trained specialists. Many Americans are surprised to find that they can see a doctor the same day without navigating layers of bureaucracy. Routine checkups, dental care, and even elective procedures cost a fraction of what they would in the United States. For retirees and self-employed individuals, this level of access provides peace of mind that money alone cannot buy. Beyond finances, lifestyle plays a massive role in why Americans choose the Philippines. Life moves differently here. While cities can be busy and energetic, there is still a strong sense that work is not the only thing that matters. People take time to eat together, to talk, and to enjoy simple moments. Americans often describe feeling less rushed and less pressured to constantly produce. This shift does not mean people are lazy or unmotivated. It means life is designed with room to breathe. For Americans burned out by hustle culture, this change can feel like a reset. The warmth of Filipino culture is another reason Americans feel at home. Filipinos are known for their hospitality, and this is not just a stereotype. It is something newcomers experience daily. Neighbors greet each other, strangers offer help, and communities form quickly. English is widely spoken, which removes a major barrier that exists in many other countries. Americans do not feel isolated or misunderstood. Instead, they often feel welcomed. This sense of belonging is especially important for retirees and solo movers who worry about loneliness abroad. Family values also resonate deeply with many Americans. In the Philippines, family is central to daily life. Multiple generations often live close to one another. Celebrations are frequent, and relationships are prioritized. For Americans who feel disconnected from their own communities back home, this emphasis on human connection can be incredibly appealing. It reminds them of a time when neighbors knew each other and relationships were not secondary to schedules. Climate is another factor that draws Americans to the Philippines. The country offers a tropical environment with warm temperatures year-round. While the heat and humidity can take some adjustment, many Americans prefer it to harsh winters and seasonal depression. Beach towns, mountain regions, and island provinces offer diverse microclimates. Some Americans choose coastal areas for relaxation, while others settle in cooler highland cities. The ability to choose an environment that matches one's lifestyle is part of the appeal. For remote workers and entrepreneurs, the Philippines has become increasingly attractive. With the rise of remote work, location is no longer tied to income. Americans earning dollars can live comfortably while working online. Internet infrastructure continues to improve, especially in urban areas and business hubs. Co-working spaces, cafes, and service departments cater to digital professionals. Time zone differences even allow some Americans to work overnight shifts while enjoying free days. This flexibility makes the Philippines a strategic base rather than just a scenic scenic one. Retirement is perhaps the most well-known reason Americans move to the Philippines. The country offers retirement visa options designed to attract foreign retirees. These visas allow long-term stays with relatively straightforward requirements. Retirees are drawn by affordable living, accessible healthcare, and the opportunity to enjoy their savings rather than worry about outliving them. Many retirees report improved quality of life, lower stress levels, and a renewed sense of purpose after making the move. Social life in the Philippines is another unexpected benefit. Americans often find it easier to make friends than they did back home. Social circles form naturally through neighborhoods, gyms, cafes, and expat groups. Filipinos are curious, friendly, and open to conversation. There is less emphasis on status and more emphasis on shared experience. For Americans who felt invisible or isolated in large cities, this social openness can feel refreshing. Food also plays a role in daily happiness. The Philippines offers a mix of traditional Filipino dishes and international cuisine. Fresh fruits, seafood, and vegetables are widely available. Eating out is affordable and social. Markets and local eateries become part of daily routines. Americans can enjoy both familiar comforts and new flavors without overspending. Food becomes a source of connection rather than convenience. Another important reason Americans are moving to the Philippines is the sense of personal safety and community awareness. While no country is without risk, many Americans report feeling safer in their neighborhoods than they did in parts of the United States. Community watchfulness, security staff in residential buildings, and a culture of looking out for one another contribute to this feeling. Violent crime rates in many areas are lower than in major American cities. This sense of security allows people to relax and enjoy their surroundings. The Philippines also offers a sense of adventure without isolation. With over 7,000 islands, the country provides endless opportunities for exploration. Weekend trips to beaches, waterfalls, and mountain towns are affordable and accessible. Americans who felt trapped in routine find that exploration becomes part of everyday life. This sense of discovery keeps life interesting and prevents stagnation. Cultural adaptability is another strength of the Philippines. Filipinos are accustomed to interacting with foreigners due to the country's history and global workforce. Americans do not feel like outsiders. Cultural misunderstandings exist, but patience and kindness go a long way. Many Americans find that adapting to Filipino culture is easier than expected, especially compared to countries with strong language barriers or rigid social norms. The emotional aspect of this move cannot be ignored. Many Americans feel that life in the United States has become overwhelming. Political polarization, economic pressure, and social tension contribute to stress. Moving to the Philippines offers emotional distance from these pressures. While no place is perfect, the change in environment allows Americans to refocus on what matters to them personally, rather than constantly reacting to external noise. It is important to acknowledge that moving to the Philippines is not without challenges. Infrastructure issues, traffic congestion, and bureaucratic processes can be frustrating. Cultural differences require patience and humility. However, Americans who make the move successfully tend to approach it with realistic expectations. They do not expect perfection. They expect balance. For many, the benefits far outweigh the inconveniences. Over time, many Americans report a shift in mindset. They value experiences over accumulation. They measure success by quality of life rather than job titles. They rediscover hobbies, relationships, and health. This transformation is often the most meaningful outcome of the move. The Philippines becomes not just a place to live, but a place to live well. As more Americans share their stories online, the idea of moving to the Philippines continues to gain momentum. What once felt risky now feels practical. What once felt distant now feels achievable. The Philippines offers Americans an alternative vision of life that is slower, warmer, and more human. If you found this video helpful or thought-provoking, make sure to like it and subscribe to the Pinoy World Connection channel for more content like this. Check out our other videos where we explore life abroad, expat experiences, and smart ways to design a better lifestyle. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.